What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today I'm here with my little brother Ben.
Yo.
And we're going to be reacting to 7 ways British summer was a huge culture shock to an American. Now, as somebody who has gotten back from Britain quite recently, I was there this summer, I could see that there are definitely some big differences between summer in Britain and summer in the United States. I think the biggest thing is you guys are not built for that heat. When a heat wave comes, they don't have air conditioning in a lot of their buildings, bro.
What?
Yes. They don't have AC. So if it gets it doesn't get hot there often, right? So air conditioning is really expensive. It takes a lot of energy.
So most buildings don't even have it?
Most buildings don't even have it, bro. So you be staying, you
How
paid for
a die to like
no, for real. They have to send out warnings to like elderly people and
before
people,
heat waves and stuff.
People who are susceptible to illnesses and health issues, because when it gets really hot and they don't have AC,
that means stuff in their house is gonna break down too. Like it will get hot. That's like an oven.
You want to know what really breaks down? The trains.
What?
Because the steel expands.
Are they not underneath?
No, the above ground trains. Oh. The subway or the tube, they call it in London.
The tube.
That's fine for the most part, but the rails that actually take you between cities, if it gets too hot, bro, delays, cancellations, all that. So basically what I'm saying is once it gets hot, their country breaks down.
Yeah. That's terrible.
It is. It's rough. It is. And I've been there during some crazy heat
waves. But how often does it get hot?
Not very often. But I feel like it's becoming feels like warming. Every summer. Global warming, adapt. I don't know what to say. The infrastructure's already there. But let's let her, I believe this is an American living in the UK, so let's get right into this, guys. Here we go.
British summer is on its way. Kind of. I mean, the sun has been out in the southeast of England for the past couple of weeks, which means most British people will now complain that summer is basically over and it'll be bad weather for the
I was just here, bro. This is Brighton.
No way?
Yeah. I just wanted to go on a hot day.
Yeah, I mean, the water looks nice.
And it was a hot day, and guess what? I was trying to leave, and the train got canceled.
What's on that pier?
They got like
shops.
It's like boardwalk stuff, like arcade games. I think they had like a Ferris wheel.
At the end, they have a Ferris wheel?
Yeah. Yeah, That's
cool.
This should be Brighton, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely... I think it is.
Why is there no fishing, though?
Fishing?
Is it not big over there?
It is big. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Why don't they fish on the beach with everyone else? Probably not allowed.
It might be illegal, maybe.
They got to go to a specialized area and potentially.
Next 3 months. But I have not lost my blind American optimism after 13 years here, so I still have hope. And with that hope comes this video on all the ways British summer was a pretty big culture shock to me as an American when I first moved here. Because a British summer is a very particular thing. It's eating Mr. Whippies in the park, it's daylight hours that honestly go very, very, very late compared to what I'm used to in the States, and it's a very happy time in the UK. So
the sun be setting at like 10 p.m. almost there.
What?
Yes.
That's tough.
Yeah, so they get active in the summertime. Tough. More time to have fun.
That's tough.
Drink some Henry Westons.
At like 8.
Yeah, 8 p.m. here.
Here's some things I've had to get used to, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. I also want to say a big thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. I've used HelloFresh multiple times now to mix up my recipe fresh. Now, the first thing on my list of British summer culture shocks is hay fever, or seasonal allergies, whatever you want to call it. Sorry to all of you equally suffering because, oh my gosh, my eyes have never been itchier, but one thing you don't think about when you're moving countries is the different types of trees and plants. Turns out, I'm not allergic to much in Florida. I mean, I am allergic to cats, but I'm allergic to cats in all countries. But I'm not allergic to Florida grass or plants. Then I moved to the UK and I thought, why do I wake up with a cold all summer long, and why are my eyes glued shut together every morning? Turns out, British summer is also now hay fever season for me and many others as things bloom and become green and beautiful and wreak havoc on my entire body. Also, side note, this video is about to get much more positive, but one of the funny things about British summertime for me is those specifically a couple of really bad weeks where it's really nice outside, but I'm equally like hiding inside with everything shut, trying to turn my house into some sort of like decontamination lab and not actually see the outside world. Next up on my list of British summer culture.
That is quite the transition. And I have really bad allergies, guys. I take medication and it still gets me badly, but it's more in the spring, you know, March, April, that's when it really hits for me, but it's usually gone by like mid-May. So I was really surprised when I came across people in the UK this summer and they were suffering from hay fever, eyes all red and stuff. I'm like, why do you guys have allergies in the summer? I guess things bloom later. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. I like how
I've never had problems with
as she started bringing stuff up, I feel like my nose started running. That's a little psychological thing or something there, bro.
Shocks is the actual dates of summer. Not the dates of the calendar summer, that's the same, but the dates of what we culturally think of as summer. And this is interesting to me because it often goes along with the kids' school calendar. Summer holidays in England, as it's called, tends to be the end of July to the end of August. They get about a 6-week break, and so I do feel that people think of that time period more as the summer, July and August, but in the US, where I grew up, kids have longer summers and less breaks in the school year. This means we would get out of school mid-May and often go back very early August, if not July 31st. One year we went back to school on July 31st. So we tend—
Hell no, that would suck.
Wild.
He's still in school, so he's getting these 3-month-long summer breaks. But personally, I think I would have liked it to be more split up, like a 2-month summer break, and then you get bigger breaks,
awesome.
Longer winter break, spring break.
Because summer gets old after a while.
It does,
for sure.
It does. If it wears on, you know, it's just like there's nothing to do.
And then school wears on. It's just like too much. Like I would love if it was split up into
more,
different sections. That would be awesome.
If summer's shorter too, summer break, then you have to take more advantage of it.
Yeah.
And have more fun, I guess.
I tended to think of like our cultural summer dates as starting and ending a bit earlier. So we're talking more like June and July rather than July and August. And this does depend where you are in the States because different regions do have different kinds of school calendars. But particularly in the South in the US where I'm from, our summer is just a bit earlier in the year than they tend to think of in the UK. Next up on my list are summer foods in the UK, because summer foods in the UK and US are a little bit different. There were quite a few traditional British summer foods that I hadn't even tried before, and I'm thinking of things like strawberry.
I think that's clotted cream or something. Oh yeah, that jump be good, bro, on some biscuits.
Is it?
Ooh.
Is it a solid? Or is it?
I don't even know how to describe it. It's like whipped cream and cream cheese in the middle, but it's not cheese. It just hits, bro. It hits.
And I'm thinking of things like strawberries and cream. I had strawberries, but never with cream. Also, other summer foods that are popular are things like desserts with meringue. We typically are really big ice cream lovers in the US, and I thought of ice cream and popsicles as summer foods. But the British foods like eat and mess that tend to be enjoyed in the summer were foreign to me. Also, British picnic foods in the summer like mini pork pies or sausage rolls or the veggie alternatives were not something I was familiar with either. Now, next on my list of summer culture shocks is a positive one. There aren't as many bugs or insects in the UK. Thank God. Yes, there are midges in the Scottish Highlands, but you can actually sit outside and
That's way too long. You can see it filling up with blood too. Come on, bro. Better B-roll for me, please.
It's awful.
I can't look at bugs straight up like that.
Mosquitoes are awful.
But some of the summer foods she was mentioning before that, pork pies, I tried that for the first time this summer. It was fire. It's literally like just a pie with, I mean, this sounds stupid, but pork in it. Like just a nice hunk of meat inside the pie.
Is there any sauce?
No, but it don't need sauce. Like, trust me. And then cider. I think we need to have a drinking video once he's legal, so then we don't get crazy comments. But actually, there's like an amendment in the United States that if you're drinking with someone, a family member who is of age, then I think you don't have to be of age in your own residence. So we got to do a cider drinking video. They got the best cider in England, bro.
Am I of age in England?
18 is of age, but I don't know. Guys, let me know. So he's 16. He's turning 17 in a couple of months. What do you guys think? Do you think he should be able to drink, with family members responsibly here and there? Or does he have to wait? I think in the UK, they start off like 15, 16. Like actually, like going out going crazy,
going
bro.
out at bars and stuff.
And then by the time you're like, well, it's hard to go out to bars and stuff.
That means they would start quitting at like
exactly
mid-age.
when they're like my age. You're like, oh, alcohol. You know, it gives you more maturity. So I think it's smarter in some ways.
Yeah.
Parts of the UK during the summer.
You're gonna say yeah for sure.
Nah, I mean, but like,
he's gonna agree no matter what.
Parts of the UK during the summer without absolutely getting eaten alive. In Florida, we've got tons of mosquitoes and who knows what else, just like swarms of insects, and I'm all for saving the bees and the planet and stuff, but also sometimes I really just want to eat my popsicle outside in peace. Relative lack of bugs in the UK due to the different climates, particularly the flying ones, is a nice thing about the summer here. Another difference has to do with socializing. So in Florida, due to the weather, we sort of have social activities all year round. Weirdly, our wedding season actually tends to be the winter months because it's our dry season, whereas it's the opposite in the UK and wedding season tends to be in the summer. But also, I find that outside of holidays like Christmas and New Year, a lot of people kind of retreat into their homes and individual lives in the colder months in the UK. Whereas in the British summer, everyone wants to do something, whether it's a walk in the woods or barbecue or a trip to the theme park or just like catching up with a friend. We're all cramming it into a few months, and my calendar in the summer months here always looks extremely hectic compared to the rest of the year. The sun comes.
And I was gonna add music festivals. Bro, I'm telling you, during the summer in Britain, it's just more active. Like everyone is, because you know
they're taking advantage of it.
Their winters, you know, it can be cold and consistently rainy. It's not really the weather to be out and about constantly. But then, you know, their summers are so beautiful. Everything's green, everything's in bloom, nice weather, the sun is out. It's like, it's hard to beat their weather, like English countryside weather, especially when it's not boiling hot, when it's, you know, a good solid temperature, still warm but not too warm. It's like maybe the perfect summer weather sometimes in some of the places I've been to.
That's
like,
a big claim.
Nah, really though, like you guys know what I'm talking about. Summertime in Britain can be very hard to beat when you got it right.
Comes out and there's like an alarm that spreads across the country saying we've got to fit our socializing in. The next thing on my list is barbecues and barbecue food, because the British love a summer barbecue, but we tend to have a different one here in the UK than what we would have at an American barbecue. I find that American barbecues typically serve things like American style baked beans, corn on the cob, hamburgers, mac and cheese, hot dogs, maybe pulled pork or ribs. In the UK, sausages and burgers do tend to be the main event, with something like salads or quiche as sides, and probably something like strawberries for dessert. Often in the US, for a barbecue dessert, we would do something like ice cream or brownies or ice cream cake. This isn't like a hard and fast rule.
We're fat as hell, bro.
They said something, just strawberries, and she went crazy.
This is facts though. I've had some barbecues in the UK, and it's always like sausage. They have burgers too.
Barbecues in America are tough.
I don't think we can be beaten with our barbecue. I'm gonna be honest, especially Texas.
We got every.
My mouth is watering, bro.
Yeah, bro, yeah, me too.
Brisket. Oh nah.
The sausage links.
So good. I swear, since she's mentioned allergies though, like I started getting allergies. Bro. The hell, bro.
There's not like a law on barbecues in either country, but there's some definite different food trends when it comes to summer barbecues. Now, this also means that I'm kind of always looking for something fun to bring to a British barbecue, particularly because I'm American and so I can get away with breaking the traditional mold here because they just think I don't really know what's going on. And I thought, you know what? I'm a terrible cook, but I bet HelloFresh has some good summer recipes, and they do.
She got a bag for this. Yo, chill. I low-key, you know, I saw this when she changed the shot. I was like, okay, some placement.
I noticed that.
Now we're doing, we're not going to hear this. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
No way.
Or maybe their expectations will be raised. Guys.
Okay. She made a salad. It looks good, though.
Guys, this looks so good. No one is going to believe I made it. Or maybe their expectations will be raised. for future barbecue contributions. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to taking it to the barbecue. And there are so many different recipe options when it comes to HelloFresh. So meat ones, vegetarian ones, quick ones, and they've got plenty of light and fresh ones that are good for the warmer months. It's a great way to try recipes.
You notice something about the British kitchens is they have the washer and dryer.
Yeah, I
in the
saw
kitchen.
that. I was like, what? Right beneath the stove.
Takes up less space, I guess.
Yeah, I guess,
Very compact. But that salad does look good. But we're probably good off the HelloFresh.
How to cool down a house. In Florida, we all have air conditioning.
This is it.
And the final
This was what I brought up at the start, the air conditioning.
British culture shock in the summer is learning how to cool down a house. In Florida, we all have air conditioning. It's just a necessity. It's not really a luxury in a place like that. But in the UK, the climate means that most homes don't have air conditioning. And the number of ways that I've learned to get creative, even with my own portable air conditioners now, because I'm sorry, I couldn't stand it any longer. But it's like everyone has their own formula for keeping the house cool. All you do is you mix like 2 doses of closing the curtains in the hottest part of the day with 1 part ice pack, 3 parts fan blowing over a pile of ice cubes, that's one of my favorites, mixed with 8 parts cold food for dinner, and you've got yourself a recipe for surviving the hottest days. Now that brings me to the end of my video. British summer is one of my favorite times here, and I hope you enjoy yours. Don't forget to check out HelloFresh if you want to try for yourself. Screen to get a
Ah, damn, bro. They better paid her well for that one. Yo, but shout out to this channel, Girl Gone London, I believe is her name. She actually really good video. And I like her personality a lot.
Yeah, she's funny.
She's funny and chill. But that the war against the heat, I feel like they don't have to do it too often in Britain. You know, it's not that level of heat doesn't come every day during the summer. But
What do you think the average?
Like how many days out of 3 months in the summer?
No, like what do you think the average like temperature in the summer is over there?
I mean, they do Celsius, but I would say like. That's a good question, honestly. I'm going to say like high 70s. High 70s.
Oh.
Yeah. Like what I'm saying.
It's not that crazy different.
Yeah. Bro, for them, like debilitating heat would be like 90s.
Dang.
That's when things start to get a
our
little
highs
iffy.
are like 90s probably. Midday.
We touch 100.
Yeah, no, easily.
We touch 90s consistently.
Yeah, like every day this summer it's been 90s.
Which is like, you know, for them, that would be like 35, 36 degrees. We're hitting that pretty often in the summertime. But when that happens, you know, especially if they get over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I mean, that rarely happens. It happened to me a few summers ago when I was there. It is rough. And I'm staying in a hostel and, you know, they don't have air conditioning. Bunch of people, you can smell the dude across the room. Don't want to be smelling him, bro. It don't smell good. All right, like, I'm just going to be honest. Anyways, guys, 7 ways British summer was a huge culture shock. Hopefully and definitely we'll be able to experience the British summer once again. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your summer. And yeah, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you enjoyed. Also consider joining the Patreon, first link in description, for full reaction to British TV shows and movies. We're on the home stretch for Gavin and Stacey right now. We're about to finish up with the last 2 specials. The last one being the finale that came out in 2024. So make sure you don't miss it. There's literally over 1,000 different posts on there. So it's completely worth it. No pressure though. And thank you all so much for the support. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.